Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the Roosevelt dime, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. Imagine walking past a dime on the ground, thinking it's just another ordinary coin. But what if that tiny coin was actually worth tens of thousands of dollars? What if I told you that a single 1980 Roosevelt dime, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, has sold for an eye-watering amount that could change your life overnight? That's right. This little coin, something you might have overlooked 100 times before, has stunned collectors and auction houses with its mind-blowing value. Today, we're diving deep into the story behind the incredibly rare and valuable 1980 Roosevelt dime from a proof set, how it ended up being one of the most sought-after coins, and how you might just have one sitting in your collection without even knowing it. So, what makes this 1980 Roosevelt dime from the Philadelphia Mint so special? Normally, proof coins aren't struck at Philadelphia. In fact, proof coins are exclusively minted at San Francisco, meaning all official proof dimes from 1980 should carry an S Mint mark. But something happened during production, something so rare that only a handful of people even knew it existed for years. A proof-quality 1980 dime, intended to be struck only in San Francisco, was somehow minted in Philadelphia, completely breaking the usual pattern of proof coin production. This kind of error is nearly unheard of in modern coinage, making this dime one of the most shocking discoveries in recent numismatic history. Let's break it down. Proof coins aren't like your everyday dimes. They're struck using specially polished dies and carefully selected planchets, giving them a mirror-like finish that shines unlike anything else. Every detail is crisp, every feature is flawless, and collectors go crazy over them. But when a proof coin appears with a mint mark that shouldn't even exist, it immediately becomes a numismatic sensation. That's exactly what happened with this mysterious 1980 Roosevelt dime from Philadelphia. Experts were baffled, collectors were stunned, and auction houses couldn't believe their eyes when these rare dimes started showing up. Now, let's talk about the real reason everyone is so obsessed with this coin: its value. The rarity of this proof dime, combined with its shocking Philadelphia origin, has sent prices skyrocketing. Collectors are willing to pay jaw-dropping amounts just to own a piece of this numismatic mystery. We're not talking about a few $100s, or even a few thousand. This dime has sold for prices that would leave most people speechless. A genuine, well-preserved 1980 Roosevelt dime from a proof set with the Philadelphia Mint mark has reached an astonishing $26,000 at auction, and in some cases, the finest examples have fetched an unbelievable $73,000. Yes, you heard that right. A tiny 10-cent coin has commanded a price higher than some brand-new cars, luxury vacations, and even home down payments. Just imagine, you could be holding onto a coin that could change your financial situation in an instant, and you wouldn't even know it. That's why checking your proof sets, collections, and even inherited coins is so important. If you think you might have this rare proof dime, don't rush to spend it or trade it away. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service, because its value depends on its condition. The best preserved coins and flawless proof quality are the ones that bring the highest prices, so if yours has been kept safe in a proof set, you could be looking at a life-changing payday. This incredible 1980 Roosevelt dime is proof that hidden treasures still exist, just waiting to be discovered. So, take a closer look at your coins, because you never know, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. Top 2. Are you ready to unlock the hidden treasure sitting in your pocket change? You might be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Today, we're diving into one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, the American Roosevelt dime from 1987 with the elusive P Mint mark. This coin is not just another dime, it's a rare gem that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. Let's take a moment to understand what makes this particular coin so special. The Roosevelt dime, first minted in 1946 to honor the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, has become a staple of American currency. But the 1987 P Mint mark coin? That's a different story. Minted in Philadelphia, This particular dime was part of the proof set, a set of coins made with special care, typically intended for collectors rather than circulation. This unique coin didn't hit your pockets in the same way that regular dimes did. Instead, it was carefully crafted to shine with a mirror-like finish and a sharp, precise design. But what's the big deal about the 1987 P. Roosevelt dime? Why is it worth so much more than the average dime in your change jar? The answer lies in its rarity and the level of detail in the proof strikes. The P Mint mark, which identifies the Philadelphia Mint, adds an extra layer of value to this coin. Unlike the regular circulation versions, these proof sets were made in limited quantities, and many of the dimes were carefully stored and kept in pristine condition, which makes the 1987 P proof coin highly desirable for collectors. Now, let's talk numbers, because you might be shocked by how much this coin could be worth. You could be holding a Roosevelt dime that could fetch anywhere between $16,000 and $69,000. Yes, you heard that right. That dime in your pocket could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. It's no wonder collectors are on the lookout for this particular year and mint mark. Why is this coin fetching such high prices? The answer is simple: scarcity and demand. As more collectors become aware of the coin's value, they're actively searching for it, driving up the price. The fact that these coins are hard to find in perfect condition only adds to the competition. If you have one of these coins in excellent condition, it could be a key piece in a collector's set, and a massive payday for you. If you think you've got one of these coins in your collection, don't just throw it into a jar of loose change. Take a closer look. Check the details. Does it have the P Mint mark on the reverse? Is it in top condition, with no scratches or damage? If so, you could be holding on to a small fortune. So, how can you cash in on this hidden treasure? First, take it to a reputable coin dealer or get it appraised by a professional. If your coin is in mint condition, you might be surprised by the offers you receive. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. These coins are becoming increasingly rare, and the value continues to climb. In the world of rare coins, the Roosevelt dime from 1987 with the P Mint mark is truly a standout. If you've got one, you've got a piece of history, and a potential windfall. Keep your eyes peeled, check your change, and you might just find yourself sitting on a coin worth a small fortune. Could this be your lucky find? Check your coins today. And if you want to stay ahead of the game and learn about more valuable coins hiding in plain sight, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss the next treasure we uncover. Top 3. In the heart of American numismatic history, certain coins stand out, not just for their rarity, but for the rich stories they tell and the history they carry. Today, we're diving into one such coin, the 2003 American Peace Roosevelt dime with the D Mint mark. A coin that carries more than just its face value, but a legacy of artistry, craftsmanship, and a deep connection to American culture. The Roosevelt dime, like many iconic American coins, wasn't always a household name. Introduced in 1946, just after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the dime was a tribute to his leadership during World War II. Designed by the famed artist John R. Sinek, the coin featured Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbols of peace, unity, and strength. Little did anyone know that decades later, in 2003, a new variation of this beloved coin would captivate collectors and investors alike. But what makes the 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime with the D Mint mark so special? To truly understand its importance, we need to look beyond the coin's surface, beyond its dimensions and metal composition, and dive deep into the fascinating journey that led to its creation. Let's begin with the basics. The 2003 Roosevelt dime, minted at the Denver Mint, carries the familiar features that collectors recognize. The obverse, depicting President Roosevelt's portrait, is as clean and detailed as ever. The reverse shows the classic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, still embodying the spirit of unity and peace. The D Mint mark is a clear indicator of where it was struck, the Denver Mint, one of the most renowned minting facilities in the country. But unlike many dimes, this 2003 edition stands out for a very specific reason: the so-called peace minting anomaly. In 2003, a minor but significant flaw in the die used to strike the coins caused a distinct variation that immediately caught the attention of eagle-eyed numismatists. This subtle flaw resulted in a design feature that closely resembled a peace symbol, leading to the coin's nickname, the Peace Roosevelt dime. This unique characteristic, though seemingly minor, made this coin a rarity among the millions of dimes minted that year. Now, let's talk about the minting process itself. The 2003 dimes were minted in substantial quantities. Around 1.4 billion were produced in total. This means that, on its face, the 2003 dime doesn't appear all that rare. In fact, finding a standard 2003 dime is relatively easy. However, the Peace Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark is a different story. The die flaw that produced this specific variation wasn't widespread. It wasn't a feature found in every single 2003 D dime. Only a select few were lucky enough to bear this unique characteristic. This rarity, combined with its intriguing design, helped it become a coveted piece for collectors. The key to understanding the value of the 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime lies in its rarity. Coin collectors, especially those who specialize in error coins or limited minting anomalies, are always on the lookout for pieces that deviate from the norm. These off-spec coins can often hold immense value, not just because of their rarity but because they represent a mistake, a glitch in the minting process that makes them even more desirable. In addition to its rarity, the design of the 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime carries a certain allure. The torch on the reverse, a symbol of liberty and freedom, takes on an even more profound meaning when paired with the concept of peace. It's a small, almost invisible anomaly, yet one that seems to resonate deeply with those who appreciate not just the artistry of the coin, but its symbolic power. As for the appeal to collectors, the 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime has a special place in the hearts of those who admire the unpredictable nature of coin collecting. Errors, flaws, and unique features like this can dramatically increase a coin's value. Collectors are always searching for the next great find, the next coin that tells a different story or carries a unique feature that makes it stand out from the rest. And the Peace Roosevelt dime does just that. When it comes to the coin's value, things get even more interesting. Because this particular version of the dime is so rare, it's highly sought after by collectors. As the years have passed since its release, the value of these rare dimes has skyrocketed. While the typical 2003 D Roosevelt dime might still circulate at face value, just 10 cents, the 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime is a different story altogether. Through careful research and auction results, it has been revealed that the 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark can fetch an astonishing price. How much, you ask? Well, the highest known sale price for this coin, in mint condition, has reached a jaw-dropping $795,700. Yes, you heard that correctly. Nearly $800,000 for a single dime, which, in terms of its everyday circulation, might seem just like any other coin from the early 2000s. So, how does a simple dime reach such an astronomical value? The combination of rarity, design anomaly, and the passionate nature of coin collectors who are always on the hunt for the next big discovery has led to this incredible valuation. The 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime has gone from being a humble coin in everyday pockets to a prized possession that only a few fortunate individuals will ever hold. Now, imagine you're holding one of these coins in your hand. Maybe you've had it sitting in your change jar for years, never quite realizing its true worth. Or maybe you're lucky enough to find one while sorting through a collection of coins you inherited or purchased. In either case, this coin isn't just another dime, it's a piece of history, a symbol of artistry, and, as we've seen, a serious investment opportunity. If you're lucky enough to have stumbled upon a 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, it's time to take a closer look. Have it inspected by a professional, graded, and properly authenticated. You might be sitting on a small fortune, a rare piece that has the potential to change your financial future. But even if you're just a casual collector or someone with an interest in the fascinating world of coins, the story of the 2003 Peace Roosevelt dime is a reminder of how small details can make all the difference. It's a reminder that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary value, both in terms of monetary worth and historical significance. In the world of coin collecting, it's not always the most obvious or flashy pieces that capture our attention. Sometimes, it's the subtle anomalies, the hidden stories, and the small imperfections that end up being the most valuable. And the 2003-piece Roosevelt dime is the perfect example of that. So, whether you're an experienced collector or just beginning to explore the world of numismatics, keep your eyes peeled. The next rare find could be hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to discover its hidden value. And there you have it, the story behind the 2003 American-piece Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. A coin that, thanks to a simple flaw in the minting process, has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike. Its rarity, history, and unique design have made it one of the most sought-after dimes of the modern era, with an impressive value of $795,700. Who would have thought that a simple dime could carry such a fascinating story and such incredible worth? The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and this dime is proof that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Top 4. Today, we're talking about the American Lincoln D. Roosevelt dime from the year 1979. If you've ever wondered how much your coin collection could be worth, or if you've got a rare gem sitting right under your nose, then this video is for you. Make sure to watch until the end because we're going to reveal the jaw-dropping prices these coins are fetching today. Yes, the numbers are absolutely mind-blowing. Alright, let's jump right into it. The Roosevelt dime is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, and the 1979 edition is no exception. What makes this particular coin even more intriguing is its inclusion in a special proof set. A proof coin is a coin that's struck under special conditions to produce a mirror-like finish and superior detail, which makes it much more valuable compared to standard circulation coins. Now, here's the kicker. The 1979 Roosevelt dime from a proof set is more than just a beautiful coin, it's a collector's dream. These coins were carefully crafted with extra attention to detail, and because they were not intended for general circulation, they remain in pristine condition. So if you've come across one of these, you might be sitting on a small fortune. But of course, not all 1979 Roosevelt dimes are created equal. If you're holding a regular, non-proof coin, its value will be much lower than a proof coin, which can leave many wondering about the worth of their collection. But here's where it gets really interesting. The value of a 1979 proof Roosevelt dime is incredibly high, and if you have one in top-grade condition, the price could range anywhere from $2,700 to $56,000. Yes, you heard that right. $2,700 to $56,000. That's an insane potential value, all depending on the coin's grade and rarity. And for the lucky few who manage to find one in perfect condition, they could be looking at a six-figure payday. But of course, there's much more to this coin than just the price tag. Let's break it down further. For starters, these coins are made of 90% silver, which adds to their allure and intrinsic value. The silver content alone makes them valuable for collectors who are passionate about precious metals. When you factor in the rarity of a 1979 proof Roosevelt dime, it becomes clear why this coin is so highly sought after. And speaking of rarity, the 1979 proof set itself is not something that comes across every day. Proof sets are limited editions, meaning only a select number of these coins were ever produced. This scarcity is a huge factor in their growing worth. Over the years, as more collectors seek to complete their sets, the demand for these rare coins only increases, which in turn drives the price up. So, how do you know if you have one of these hidden treasures in your collection? The first step is to check the coin's condition. A pristine proof coin should have sharp, clean details and an almost mirror-like surface. Any scratches, discoloration, or imperfections could significantly lower its value. Also, make sure it's properly stored and preserved, as the right storage can help maintain its condition and consequently its value. If you think you've got a 1979 Roosevelt dime from a proof set, don't waste any time. Get it authenticated by a professional appraiser who specializes in rare coins. Even if you think it might not be worth much, it's always best to have an expert take a look. you never know what might turn up. It's also worth noting that the coin's value can fluctuate depending on the market. Coin values can sometimes be unpredictable, especially when it comes to rare pieces like this. But with demand continuing to rise among collectors, you could be sitting on an asset that appreciates in value over time. In conclusion, if you happen to have a 1979 Roosevelt dime from a proof set, don't underestimate its potential worth. Whether it's valued at $2,700 or $56,000, the right coin in the right condition can command an impressive price. If you don't have one yet, now's the time to start searching, because the 1979 Roosevelt dime is truly a hidden treasure in the world of coin collecting. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you found this information helpful, or if you're excited about the possibility of owning one of these coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin-related content. Drop a comment below if you have any questions, and feel free to share your own experiences with rare coins. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll uncover more exciting finds in the world of numismatics. Happy collecting!